Hello, my name's David Falks from Warner Robins, Georgia. Today it's Sunday, May 13th. I want to talk to you, and I may have mentioned before about doing all sports parlay. It's just it's just a matter of you can um, do a parlay, and it can be teams from basketball or baseball or hockey. Um, this past Thursday, it was Thursday, May 10th. I had a little extra money. Um, I didn't have much money. I only had like $22 to bet with. Um, but I noticed that night that there were going to be three games, and each series was 3-2. Um, I thought that there was something about that. Um, so what I decided to do was do a four-game parlay, and I would use the three NBA games and a baseball game. Um, that night it was the Philadelphia playing the Bulls. It was Boston playing Atlanta. It was the Nuggets playing LA. All those series were 3-2, and it was the Yankees playing the Tampa Devil Rays. Um, as a general rule, um, if you play four part or whenever you play parlays, um, if you play four in different order, you're going to at least get two right. Let me kind of explain that. So the first game started, and I like to go by what time the games start at. Um, the first game started, I believe it was at 7 p.m. It was Philadelphia and the Bulls would be playing. So what I did was I only had enough money to play $5.50 on each one. So I did Philadelphia to win, then the other one Bulls to win, and Bulls, and then Philadelphia. The point spread was -3 for Philadelphia, so Philadelphia would have to win by four. Um, Hope you can see that. Um, yeah, anyways, and then for the second um, order, all I did was just put Boston under Philadelphia wins, and the Bulls I put Boston under them, and then Bulls I put Atlanta, and then Philadelphia Atlanta. So after the first two games, I'm gonna still be in it no matter what. You know, um, you can take a look at that again. Um, Hopefully that's making sense. But after the first two, I'm gonna still be in it. And then the third game, you got the Nuggets and the Lakers playing. Um, and here's where that three games to two factors in. Um, all the games are 3-2, so it's highly likely that all teams will clinch. Um, then it's highly unlikely that um, none of them clinch. Um, so basically, what I decided to do is I decided to put I'm gonna put Nuggets and Lakers, but the key is gonna be where I put each one. Um, so what I did was if let's see let's see Philly. I made sure I didn't have the wrong orders, like Philadelphia and Boston could clinch, but but the Nuggets might win. So I do have that one. And I have Bulls, and I have Boston, I have LA, and I have Bulls, Atlanta, and the Nuggets, and I have Philadelphia, Atlanta, and LA. You want to look at that? Um, anyways, so I got to be careful um, where I'm going to put these at, and because you still got point spread. Philadelphia has to win by 4. Boston has to win by 6.5. The Nuggets have a line of minus 1.5, so they got to win by 2. Um, so, um, so the Bulls are a plus. Atlanta is a plus. The Nuggets are minus. I did throw in a baseball game, which was the Yankees, and I always feel you never want to bet against the Yankees. But anyways, I had put them in there in that order. Because you would never want like plus all pluses. Like you won't want to pick all underdogs for your 4 picks or your 4-game parlay. You won't want to pick all the underdogs, and you won't want to pick all the favorite teams. So what I end up with right there, luckily for me, is I end up with Bulls, Atlanta, Nuggets, and the Yankees. I end up with one of those out of my 4. So, I watched the first game, and the final score ends up being Chicago 78, Philadelphia 79. So Philadelphia clinches their series, but they don't win by the point spread. So it's actually the Bulls. And then in the next game, you got Boston and Atlanta, and Boston ends up winning, but they don't cover the point spread. They had to win by 7, so that actually goes to Atlanta. And fortunately, the Yankees won. The Yankees won pretty big, like 6-2 over the Rays or something like that. So before the Nuggets in LA start playing, all I need is the Nuggets to win, and I only have to win by 2. And they played really well. They beat LA pretty bad. And so I was very happy to win that because I only risked $22, and I had put $5.50 on each of the 4, and it ended up paying $91.84. I play it. I live in Georgia, so I use sportsbook.com. Anyways, they say I don't know what the odds are. I know the odds to win a 5-game are 25-1. I don't know what the odds are to win a 4. But like I was saying earlier, if you play 4 different ones, you're using the same games, and you're just playing 4 different ones, you can at least get the first 2 right. And I always go about what time the games start. I want to be in it all the way to the last game, is what I try to do. But I thought back, I was like, I was very lucky, to have the Nuggets in that spot. I understood the first 2 spots, how I had them. Even the Yankees, I kind of wondered about. But I believe what I did on the bottom, which worked out, was I did a Yankees under the Phillies, a Rays under the Bulls, and also did a Yankees under the Bulls, and a Rays under the Fools. Rays under the Phils at the bottom. The bottom one's pretty important too. Hope you can see that. Anyways, yeah, that bottom one's pretty important. And let's see. And it also, I mean, it also matched, with the second game, also. Um, I also went through, the spreads. Went through the spreads to make sure I didn't enter something that's not likely. Like I was talking about picking all the favorite teams or all the underdogs. I try not to refer to them as the favorite or the underdog. It's just a plus or minus. That's how I like to refer to it as. A lot of people. I've watched some of the videos, and people are, trying to say how they know a team will win or a team loses and stuff like that. It's really, I mean, nobody really knows. But I'll put the plus and minus by the teams, and I'll take a look at it and make sure that there's nothing, crazy, that there's nothing all minuses or all pluses. So if you look at that list of the 4 teams. Hopefully that can make sense if you look at the columns and what's under each column. I could probably use this method and win every time, but then again they're going to have different point spreads, so wouldn't work every time. But next I'll be playing. See, when I collect some money later on in the month, towards the end of the month, I'll go back to a 5-game parlay. I'll use $72. Bet $6 on each one, and do like 12 of them. Put them in different orders. 5-game parlays, 25 to 1 shot to win, but I imagine that the odds are better if you're doing more. So I'd say parlays like playing the lottery. You don't even have to put in much, but if you get a whole bunch of tickets, then it's better chance. That's the same way with these parlays. If you enter enough of them, then there's a chance you'll get it right. I try to do them for at least $6 each, and I try to do the 5-game parlays because I feel like the 5-game is just as easy to win as the 4-game, and the 5-game pays a lot of money, especially if you do $6. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. Just have fun. If you don't live near Vegas or Atlantic City, try sportsbook.com or allpro.com. The minimum deposit is just $20. Parlays, you only have to bet 5 on one of them. They have horse racing. Horse racing is fun. They have the poker. But anyways, I'm going to sign off now, and wish you luck.